What's up, guys? This is Sean.
This is Zach.
And we're from the Yelling from the Stands podcast. And today, we're here to talk to you about Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone and computer.
One cool thing Anchor can do for you is it will distribute your podcast across all platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts.
So in a nutshell, it's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting from Southern California, this is Yelling from the Stands.
Welcome to Yelling from the Stands, guys. This is Sean.
This is Zach.
And we're back after a week hiatus. Well, just a week off. We can call it that.
Just a tad.
Dude, it was good, man. We needed some time to relax. We work fucking 40-hour jobs outside of this thing. This is not our main thing. So, doing all the research, having a lot of... It's been fun, don't get me wrong, but it's taxing, man. Especially with COVID and all this bullshit going on, man. But, no, it was nice to get out there, went swimming, hung out with the family, kept it close, social distance, of course. Nothing crazy, just to the family pool over Zach's place.
Lake Ferguson.
Yeah, Lake Ferguson over there, man. It was good. Relaxed, just got outside, got some sun. I think we're going to do that later today, too.
Yes, sir.
Nice, man. What you been up to? What's new?
Not much, just collecting Funko Pops like my normal.
What's you got some new ones?
So I got a new Jungle Cruise one that just came out from Disney World. That one's badass. It's like a guy in the boat. And then I got a 10-inch Woody. You have
a 10-inch Woody.
Yes, sir.
I'd be proud of that.
No, it's Alien dressed up as Woody. It's a 10-inch Funko Pop, so.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Dude, there's been so much shit going on. We actually had last week's episode almost all planned out, ready to go. And we're at the last minute. We're just like, man, let's just fucking take a break. We were getting a little burnout, so just go. So we kind of mixed it into this week. Got a bunch of news to talk about, though. Well, one thing we missed, Kanye West fucking announced he's going to run for president. What do you think about that?
He announced for presidency, right? Then he dropped out, supposedly. Now he's back in it again.
Now he's back in it. That's what I was going to do. I was going to look up his Twitter. Let's just type in Kanye for president. Because it originally came out he was going to run. He got with Donald Trump, blah, blah, blah. Then it came back out that he was like, no, I'm not going to run. And then it came out that he was actually on Oklahoma's ballot and all this shit like that. But yeah, here's a good way to put it. Kanye hasn't dropped, or I thought it has, never mind. He's working to get on the ballot, and I guess he did get on the ballot.
Do they need to pay to get on the ballot? How does that work?
It costs money, I think. And that's why, in some of the states, he had already missed the deadline. So, like, there's some states he can't even get on. So, I don't know if he's actually got a shot. But did you hear some of this fucking stance he's on? Dude, he's like, he's pro-life. What was the other one? The shit that contradicted, like, crazy stuff. It was some pretty crazy stuff. What is, like, Kanye? What would you type that in for? What would you, like, Kanye's
presidential beliefs or something? Or presidential... Yeah, right? Wouldn't it be like beliefs or...
There's a word.
I don't know.
His stance? Kanye's...
Yes, I guess. Political stance or...
Yeah, that might be it. What are you drinking on?
Some Tecate Light.
Hell yeah, man.
You know what I just noticed? The freaking tab has a logo in it.
Oh, it does.
Isn't that sick?
Dude, Tecate, I've never given you a shot, but I have the last few weeks, and I'm a fan. Tecate Light. Come sponsor us, please. Dude, this shit's good, and it's cheap.
Are they made by Modelo too, or no?
I don't think so. I think this is honestly, because I think it was made in
Baja
California.
Its own thing?
No, I'm sure they're all owned by most of them.
I know Corona and Modelo are the same.
It's only 3.9% alcohol. Oh, that's the downside.
It's less than Bud Light's 5%.
Do you like drinking beer, but you don't want to get drunk? No. What are Kanye West's political views? Let's check this out. All right. What does he believe now? He falls between a Republican and an independent. Okay. Is there like some bullet points? Is it going to sell me?
No, it just goes as different.
Okay. What are West politics? Let's see if this says. So he's big on like God. He's like, we must realize the promise of America by trusting God, unifying our vision and building our future. I am running for president. Wes has been a longtime critic of the Forever Wars, which has been rapping out over a decade. They're just pulling shit from his songs, man. Which, if you know Kanye, you know he fucking changes every album, like whatever.
Fuck bitches and get money, and then I praise Lord and Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude. I just saw a few things about him, like being pro-life and stuff like that, and he was just real flip-floppy off the bat.
Flippity-floppity?
Like, I'm an independent. Both sides are fucking crazy. I'm a heavy, heavy advocate for dismantling the bipartisan system.
To be honest with me, that's probably bad for me. I've never voted.
Never voted?
Nope. It's just at 18, right?
It's your choice, man.
I should look into it more, but I just don't.
I think our generation...
It's like both sides I agree and disagree on. It's like...
Yeah, I think our generation has really come into the middle of it. And once we... Like, I was explaining to my mom yesterday, I was like, the more and more I watch, like, politics, the more embarrassed I am to be an American because of how petty each side is. Like, this is a big...
Like how...
high school fucking...
Like how with the whole mask thing... Oh, if you don't wear masks, you're on Trump's side. If you do wear masks, you're on like Hillary's side. Fuck? It's not about politics.
We all go to doctors. We all have to do that. Like that shouldn't be a political thing. But I don't
know if people are afraid to vote just because they're afraid to get backlash. Like, oh, why'd you vote for this person? It's not. It's just.
Yeah, and then you got people like, you didn't vote. You don't have a voice.
Yeah,
you can't say like bullshit, man. First off, the illusion of the fact that we have a choice between two candidates, like right now.
Neither.
You have Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Brother.
They're both what, Democrats?
No. Trump is a Republican, supposedly, which he is fucking not a real Republican. He just says whatever.
Biden's a Democrat?
And Biden's he's the Democratic candidate. But man, I always picture that meme, the dog just like, brother, they're lying to you. Every time, because I'm like, these guys are fucking horrible. I thought last time when we had Hillary and Trump was the worst I'd ever seen, which it was to that point.
This is even worse.
I think this is worse because, I mean, I guess if you said, hey, pick one, I'd say, okay, Biden, just because I think he's a little bit more social
and
justice forward than Trump, because I think Trump, like, he knows some business here and there, but man, like, some of the shit that comes out of that gentleman's mouth is insane, man.
Now, too, though, like, just because you're for one side, can't you vote for the other side, though?
You can do whatever you want. That's the thing. It's this made-up fucking political party that you're like, hey, I'm a Republican, so I hate Democrats. And God, dude, their turn. It's all parties. Like, Trump is feeding into it. So is Biden. Both sides do it. They're like, hey, if you're on my side, you hate this guy.
Yeah.
You hate him. And it happens every election. Like, when you watch one... I really got into politics like 2011, 12, I think when Obama was elected. I think that's when I was really getting into it. And they just trashed the other side so bad. I was told about how bad McCain was and how bad Obama was. And a few years after that, you look back and you think, oh my God, he wasn't that bad of a guy. Same with Bush. Like you hear about how bad, and you have them in your mind that these guys are garbage. But then a couple years goes by and you let that shit get out of your system and you're like, wait a second, they're not that bad of a person.
I remember 2008, I was in 9th grade, and I saw in class Obama got elected, and we saw history, like the first black president.
I remember watching it in my college. I was in college, not my dorm room, but it was that apartment, and me and my buddies, and I was legitimately afraid of watching some guy getting shot on TV because you had heard so much shit about these rednecks, like, oh, there's gonna be no black president, and all this bullshit. And I was like, I was so unnerving to watching it live, but no, it was great, man. It was history in the making. But politics is such a fucking facade, man. We got to remember these politicians are fucking criminals before anything else. They're crooks, man. They lie constantly. It's mostly about money.
Lie, cheat, and steal.
They will tell you what you want to hear. Like, I feel like some people have that natural ability to lie and kind of fib. I kind of have that. Like, I've always been kind of good at that.
You're
I could be a politician.
BSer?
I can BS you. Oh,
that's funny because I remember, was it 10th grade? My teacher, Mr. Prentice, my history teacher, was like, "Oh, you can't bullshit a bullshitter."
Yeah, right.
He's trying to write a paper. Like, okay.
But no, I feel like I could do that. If they were ever like, "Hey, you got to run for president," and I'm not even going to say the platform I would take because it's fucked up.
I'm hoping that
I know it would work.
Our cousin Jacob, I have a feeling he'll run for president one of these days.
I would love it, dude.
That's his goal.
So smart.
Imagine having like your family member as a president. Like,
hell yeah, man.
Can we go to the White House whenever we want?
Or just once a year, or just once in general. I would love that. That would be so sick.
A huge family party in the White House.
But he's
sick.
He's doing it the right way, man. Politics starting from the ground up, and he's working with
I don't know, council member for the county and working his way up.
So, like, the steps with that, do you know when eventually he would, like, step into that and be like, hey?
Well, I think he could run for... Is he trying to run for Senate or on the board? I don't know how that works, but you gotta work your way up.
Maybe we should get him on here sometime and talk about that.
Politics?
Do a politic one, just do a big segment over. Maybe there's a week.
Like, how do you start? Or
like, dude, walk us through what's going on.
We could do it when the whole election thing. Maybe we could do that.
Yeah. That's a good idea. We should set that up. But anyways, Kanye. You voting for Kanye?
No, I'm not voting for anyone. No, I should vote, though. I need to vote because that's all, like, it's true. Like, my voice counts. Like, I need to vote. I need to do more research and vote to get the right people in office who can make a change because right now nothing's happening.
Yeah, but that's what I think. I think it's the parties that's at stake because if you're a Democrat, they're like, Republicans are crazy, they're racist, they're old. And if you're a Republican, they're like, these guys are crazy, they want to take your guns and they want to take your freedom. And they teach you to hate the other party, which, guys, let me share a secret with you. When it comes to politics, it's all about us talking and making fucking shit happen. We all have problems. We all want to get shit solved. So as long as we're fighting over red and blue and this guy's crazy and this guy's not, we're not solving shit.
What is on South Park? They took your jobs.
They took your jobs. Yeah. Dude, South Park's, I love it. I think it's fantastic. But it's all a distraction. We fight for these little sides about, it's red or blue, Democrat, Republican, and we ain't getting shit fixed, guys.
We just fight for one color.
Schools are underfunded. Like, there's so many problems, and we're talking about trying
Police
to get
departments overfunded. Yeah.
We're getting shit, like, nothing's getting done. Like, if this was a PTO meeting at class, like in school, and our parents were all fighting like this, and the kids are watching like, hey, guys, you're not fixing these problems. The reason we're here, like, it would be so embarrassing. Like, it's embarrassing as an American to look and see how our political system is set up.
Especially like California. People are moving out of California now because of Newsom.
Constant.
Everyone's moving.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think about that? Newsom put in the order to put the mask. I mean, I understand the mask. I don't have a problem with it.
The thing with this is he got cold feet. He backed down. Mm-hmm. He should have kept the whole entire quarantine till after 4th of July. We probably wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah.
That way we could probably have concerts like the end of this year, but no, we're back to square one again.
I think the reason he did it was the protests because, frankly, and I'll just say it, I don't think he had the balls to come out and say, hey, guys, the protests aren't a good idea right now. We're in a pandemic. This is not a good idea. I get it social justice wise. I'm for it. Trust me, I was always for them. Uh-huh. But let's just call a spade a spade. When we're in a pandemic and we're locked down, having riots and protests at the same time, we're moving backwards. It's the truth. It is. It moved just backwards. There was people out there not social distancing, bumping elbows, shoulders. That's where the spikes came from.
So we'll find out this week for 4th of July. What's the 4th? So it's 2 weeks.
Oh,
today.
It's happening. So they're still going up every day. They're breaking records. I think
death rates are going down, so that's a good thing. But
death rates, they have been going down, but your hospitals are full now.
Yeah.
So your death rates are about to spike back up because now I can tell you, my friends in Oklahoma are like, dude, Tulsa, they're like, the hospitals are at capacity. They're done. They're about there. So what's going to happen when somebody does have a bad case of it and needs to get on a ventilator, but every room's booked?
Yep.
Death rates are going to skyrocket, man. But anyways, that's why politics are kind of fucked up, man. It's a he said, she said. It's
let's change the subject and let's tell the fans. Sean done some I guess CIA investigation stuff.
Fuck you, dude. I'm sitting on my computer. I got shit going on the other night. And I'm listening to Bert's podcast. I'm a big Bert Kreischer fan. I love Two Bears One Cave, Bert Cast. I listen to a little bit of Rogan podcast, all that stuff. Constantly listen to that. So they always give Bert shit about knowing, like, giving out too much information, hanging out with the fans too much. They give him a lot of shit about that because they feel like you're giving too much information out there. And I guess people have been showing up at Bert's house in LA. Yeah, he's had it happening. Like, people showing up, knocking on the door, like, hey, is Bert here?
Isn't it crazy? Like, because I watched this guy, David Dobrik. I see you probably heard of him on YouTube. I love David. But it's just crazy how your fans love you so much, like they think you're a part of them. But it's like not like they don't understand that. They don't understand like the
relationship is you watch me. You don't show up to my house. You don't come in that bubble. You don't cross the line.
I thank you, but I need my own personal space.
Yeah, like you got to respect that. So they were giving Bert shit again about, the other day on a podcast about giving him too much information and that's why people know where he lives. And I was like, dude, is it that easy? And so I'm sitting on my computer. I'm about to go to sleep. It's late one night, and I watch he put out a video of his tour. He just finished the drive-in movie theater tour.
Is How did you do that? He went just driving movie theaters and performed?
He did, yeah. Did Tulsa, did North Carolina somewhere, Iowa.
So everyone was parked and he just got in the front of the...
Brother, let me show you the video.
Is there like a... Just on top of his tour bus and perform? Like, what does he do? Like,
no, they make a stage. And he literally went to these places, set up the stage. I think this is the video right here. Turn it down a little bit. I don't know if he's got songs in here that I can't afford to show. So this was, so they'd set up a stage, and this is the lot. It's badass. It's people tailgating.
They should have one in freaking,
yeah, this is what it's like.
No, we have one in, Rubidoux. There's a Rubidoux drive. We should have one out here.
Is there?
Yeah.
So this is the tour bus. Let me get to, this was the first night. He said Phoenix. I don't know if they had a drive through that one, though. Let me show you the video.
Well, at that time, Phoenix was probably not under quarantine. Now, like Phoenix, Texas, or Arizona, Texas, Florida, like they all had stand up open first. Like they all are shut down again because of the freaking virus.
He had another video.
These two guys, Brian Callen and Brendan Schaub for the Fire and the Kid.
Didn't they both?
They got it.
That's what I heard. They were talking about that the other day.
What's so funny is they're like, oh, I'm not gonna get it. Like they're talking shit about it, and they got it.
Did they say how?
They went to San Antonio. And they got it from someone probably.
It's like at a show, or
yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's footage from his fucking drive-in. There was one video I put on there that had a bunch of footage, but he did some clubs too. He said in Oklahoma City, dude, they went there, and he stopped talking about it now. He only said it once, and Rogan kind of let it leak. But they had a room that could hold like, what was it, like 1,000 people, let's say. And they said, we're only going to do 30%, 25, 50%. So they said, we're only going to sell 320 tickets. That's it. So he said he goes up on stage, and he goes, motherfucker, there's not 320 people here. He said they're shoulder to shoulder packed in there. And he said front to back. He took a picture and sent it to Rogan, and Rogan was like, dude, you should have walked off. You should have walked out of there because fucking venue fucked you over. And
because if you get sick, then you're screwed.
Yeah, they talked about it on their podcast and shit a little bit though. But
that's crazy.
But anyways, I'm sitting there late at night, and I'm like, God damn it, how hard is it to really find where this motherfucker lives? So I watched that video. What spiked this is I was watching the video, and he was starting the tour.
So I'm assuming you saw the video, like saw his house. Like, I bet you I could find this fucker.
So I'm not gonna say how I found it because I don't want to give this out and say, hey, go find where he lives, because I love Bert. No, I'm a huge fan.
And say there's a famous fast food.
No, nothing like that. I just want to say I watched one video, Bert, of you walking in front of your house with your tour bus, and I was able to find enough shit in that video that I was able to use Google Maps and Google, and 15 minutes later, I have your address. So I know where you live. I know how much you paid for your house, because Zillow is a hell of a fucking tool. And he knows this because he's fucking sponsored by Zillow. Him and Bill
Burr on their podcast.
Yeah, they did a drive around YouTube series where Zillow was having them check the prices of houses. So,
I think I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, dude, Bert, stop taking videos at the front of your house, bro. The internet is so fucking easy to do this shit nowadays. I'm telling you, it took me 15 minutes. I know where you live. You live an hour and 25 minutes from me. Don't worry, I'm not coming to see you.
That's kind of creepy, dude.
Dude, if you found it, you wouldn't be like, I mean, he's not that far.
Just saying, I found FaZe Rug. He's a big YouTuber. I found his house in San Diego.
Yeah. So. I mean, if you do that shit, it's so easy.
He lives by a golf course. So I looked up all the golf courses in San Diego. He has a big ass pool in his backyard, and just look at all the pools, and then okay, that's it.
Nice. I'll tell you right now, and it probably won't last long because I know he's bought a new house, but my house is bigger than Bert's house right now. So
it's crazy.
Not flexing on you,
his house
Bert.
is 3 times as much as your house, and
it's worth about almost 4.
That's crazy.
Almost 4. So, and he's got a nicer pool, and I don't have a pool.
Eventually, maybe.
Dude, I'd love to get one. But anyways, let's get to some real fucking news. NHL, man.
Oh, before I completely blanked it. You know, we're talking about the politics and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's mandatory. All Walmarts, you have to wear masks though.
Yeah.
All the country. I don't know if you knew that.
That hasn't started yet though.
But it's the 20-something, right?
Starts Monday.
Yeah, I heard on the radio like, all the Walmarts.
But Target's doing it too, and Kroger.
Yeah. So originally it wasn't doing it, right? Like,
no, it was only where the state had it going on, or they just followed the orders. Now Walmart themselves, Target, Kroger have all come out and said that's enough. Mm-hmm. You're gonna if you want in our stores, you're gonna wear a mask. Yeah, so
sorry about that.
Which is good. That should tell you, like, if these big companies are willing to back this movement, maybe it's not a fucking conspiracy. Maybe we should just listen to the doctors. So, whatever. We're done with politics for today.
Listen to the experts.
Yeah. So, anyways, NHL forges ahead after arena damaged by a significant storm. So, the Rogers Place is one of the 2 arenas the NHL is using as a hub to restart its season this summer. Canadian Arena, where a large number of NHL games are set to be played when the season resumes, was damaged by a significant storm on Thursday. That resulted in flooding damage, according to multiple reports. The video shared on social media Thursday showed a large amount of water flowing through an entrance foyer at Rogers Place in Edmonton, which is one of the two arenas the NHL is using as a hub to restart its season this summer. Take a look at this.
Is that all water in the lobby?
Yeah.
Or
so you're going down an escalator to the bottom floor. Look at this.
I guess you could fix it. You don't have to have fans. It's not a big deal. As long as it doesn't get in the ice, you're good.
Which we don't know the extent of it, because this could have been early on. But they said there was all kinds of smaller leaks in other parts of the building. Which, like you said, with hockey, you don't need... there's tons of offices and shit.
It's no fans. You just hope it didn't get above the rink. Because there's no fans, there's no point. So I think there should be pretty good.
Yeah, they're saying we are assessing the damage at this time and are confident that it will not hamper our planning and preparation. But you had an idea. You were saying something about conspiracy? What were you saying?
What's the conspiracy theory?
Show me. Take me down conspiracy road. What
if somehow maybe it's the team itself? They don't want it to happen, the NHL, because it's unsafe. So they purposely damage the arena. That way they can't have games. I don't know.
Possible, man. What if you got some people in there that don't want to fuck with it, and they're just like, nope, not going to happen, guys.
So going back to hockey, though, Edmonton Oilers is hosting, and so is the Toronto Maple Leafs. They're the two hubs that are hosting.
So Edmonton and Toronto. Why both Canada?
I mean, because Canada has less cases.
That's smart. Okay, makes sense.
And then, so I think games start in 2 weeks. So
man, fucking fine. I feel like we've been saying this for so fucking long.
But baseball's going to be the first sport that's come on, besides NASCAR. But next week, baseball starts.
Is that for real?
Next Wednesday.
Is it the actual season or is it? Holy shit.
So Dodgers play Monday and Tuesday against the Diamondbacks. Just preseason or exhibition games. Wednesday, I think, is the Angels. Thursday, opening day against the Giants.
So the first game right here, July 23rd, defending World Series champions Washington Nationals will host the New York Yankees in the first game of the 2020 MLB season. I'm going to cry reading this. On July 23rd.
Thursday.
So that's next Thursday?
Yep. And you know what? I'll be in Vegas.
Shit.
I'm going to Vegas next week, Sean.
Are you?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you guys are going Venetian stuff, right?
No, we're staying at Excalibur.
No, you told me.
But my wife and I, we're going with our cousin and his fiance to help them look for a wedding venue. So I think they're going to pick the same one as us, though, I think.
They're going to do Flamingo?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
So just got to take the precautions. I'm not going to gamble. Just going to wear my mask, hand sanitizer. I think the hotels, they check your temperature when you go into this.
I think so, too, yeah. I had one of my co-workers went just the other day, a couple days ago, and got married. Oh,
they got married in Vegas, and what they say was fine?
Yeah. I was like, what was it like? Then she was like, well, it was really dead compared to what normally.
They wear masks at their wedding?
Not the wedding.
Or
just when they were like outside.
What do they call it, chaplain or whatever, the priest?
I have two friends right now on Facebook of a buddy from college that's in Vegas right now, and I'll see if I can pull it up real quick. If I can remember his name.
It's a little scary, but...
Brother, they're not wearing fucking masks.
No, I'm wearing my mask.
Dude, I've look at all these pictures. I'll try to see if I pull it up real quick. This is happening like just days ago.
They're probably eating, but...
Every picture. Do you see one? Do you see
one?
Do you see one? One guy has one around his neck. Are they in the lobby?
Oh, they're masks.
Oh, there we go. That was the only... I guess I didn't... But yeah. Every other one. Eating at the buffet.
I know it's a little... But this stuff needs to get done. They want to get married, so we're going to go help them out.
That's cool, man.
Just take precautions and be safe.
Fuck yeah. So, baseball.
I'm excited.
Let's go Dyers.
Let's go Dyers, fool. Want some Dodger dogs, fool?
So, the schedule's released. Is there any other big games that we're looking forward to off the bat?
Dodgers Giants is good. Yankees Nationals is a good team game.
So what I'm hearing is what I've been reading a little bit of research on the baseball is they're expecting Dodgers Yankees.
Yeah, we'll see.
You think so? What do you think? What's your prediction? World Series.
I'll probably go Dodgers again because they got Mookie Betts, and I think with less games they probably have more, and they've had more time off. So
I feel like they're so due, man.
Well, because 2 years they got screwed out back-to-back years. Yeah. And both teams cheated, the Astros and the Red Sox. That's kind of like
oh, the Red Sox did too.
Yes, because so the first year was the Astros. Was it 2017? Astros, and they won it. 2018 they played against the Red Sox. Red Sox won, and Alex Cora went from the Astros to the Red Sox.
Oh,
Cora was an assistant coach, and then he went to a head coach in Red Sox. So they're cheating. So
whoa,
I'm excited though. Just sports to be back. We could watch some shit.
Nice, man.
So speaking of the sports, though, I watched this already. It's so hard to watch, Sean. But so go down farther.
Okay, it's not in that video. I don't think it's.
I'm gonna find a different one. Just type in. So this headline is about 2 weeks ago. Tanaka, the pitcher for the Yankees, he got hit in the head with a line drive from Stanton, and it's the videos, you could hear.
Oh, no way.
You could hear the ball off the bat, and you could hear it hit his head.
No, are you serious? Yes. Okay, I'm not good with shit like that. Even watching like UFC shit nowadays.
Turn the sound on. Here it is. Oh, come on, dude.
Here you fucking talk. I hate when people take that and make it their own.
Why is he talking over it? Like, go find a different one. Here.
Oh, here it is. All right, so he is pitching.
Live BP, like a live session.
So was this like a scrimmage or what was this?
Well, this is probably like live BP, but teams now, they have so many guys on the roster, they do an inter-squad game. So half the teams on one side. I think they're just doing a live BP.
All right, so here we go. Here's the pitch. Oh my God! That was his head.
Tanaka remained down for several minutes,
and he knows because type in so the guy who hit the ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Type Giancarlo Stanton hit in head. About 3 years ago, he got hit in the face with a baseball.
I think I've seen this one.
It is bad.
Oh, he looked right at it too.
So the same guy who got hit right now, he hit Tanaka in the head, so he knows how it feels.
That poor guy. He probably felt horrible.
Yeah, I bet. But Tanaka has no concussion, no nothing.
No concussion?
Or maybe like a mild concussion, but he's fine.
Let me read, because
no broken bones.
Over here. Oh, I must have closed it. Dude, that was fucking gnarly. So Yankees are relieved. The starting pitcher, Masahiro Tanaka, is doing well after being drilled in the right side of his head by a Giancarlo Stanton line drive Saturday afternoon. Masa has concussion-like symptoms that are since dissipated, went through a battery of tests at the hospital. Everything checked out well.
Yeah, it's probably mild concussion.
He even had a CT scan that's negative. He's still there.
He's probably back pitching now.
That's unreal. That's gotta fuck with you a little bit. Like, I was a pitcher. I pitched. So there was probably a few that, you just get lucky and reaction catch.
One. So it was I was playing JV my freshman year, or was it sophomore year, and I was pitching, and I got hit with the comebacker on my ankle.
Oof.
My ankle swelled up. I still pitched though.
I did get hit one time. I can't remember. It wasn't bad though. It was just like, oh, okay. But like, if I got drilled in the fucking face, like that would, you kind of adds a little fear to you.
When next time you go out, because it's like Peterson stuff. When you tear your ACL, you're afraid to push the limit. And
That's got to fuck with
scary.
You mentally.
It's a mental game, dude.
Yeah. All right, let's jump ahead to the MLB park. So
I'm excited for this.
This sounds cool. Which one are we gonna do first?
Let's do the crowd one.
Okay. So the MLB parks to use crowd noise from MLB this show during the games. So big league players will still hear the roar of the crowd through the stands even though the stands will be empty when the baseball season opens next week. Taking a cue from the two European soccer leagues, MLB will play crowd noise from its official video game through ballpark sound systems during games. Stadium sound engineers will have access to around 75 different effects and reactions, according to MLB, which has been provided to the teams with crowd sounds captured from MLB The Show. So they're going to play a fucking game, and they're going to have a dude on a soundboard just being, okay, big hit, or yeah.
Yep, home run, strikeout.
Dude, that's common sense to me. That's a good idea.
Just get some noise, I think they're hiring someone else to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that way the sound people can focus on up to bat so-and-so, the walk-up songs, and then they'll have another engineer doing all the effects. Good. I think they're placing speakers around the stadium, around like the dugouts and stuff.
Yeah, to make it okay. Yeah. Even an ESPN announcer said, I think it still allows us to capture some of that and still make the viewing experience feel right at home, which I totally agree. And it looks here, the NBA has been in contact with 2K Sports about possibly using its sound library when the league resumes play outside Orlando, Florida. Which that sounds like a shit show in itself. With the NBA.
Have you seen the bubble stuff?
Yeah.
You see J.R. Smith got in trouble?
Who?
J.R. Smith got in trouble.
Already? For what?
So he signed the Lakers. He went outside his hotel room and was recording, and he got a text saying, "Oh shit, I'm in trouble. Gotta go."
Oh, as it happened?
Yes.
Fucking idiot.
I guess they got and then
Dwight Howard, I know, got tagged as not wearing a mask. It came out that he's been getting fucking.
Who was it? Was it a Lakers player? Was it? No. Some of the Lakers, they were posting what they got. They got a whole bunch of cool shit in their gift bag, like JBL speakers, I think a tablet, all kinds of stuff.
Damn, the bubble's been in the news a lot. There's so much we could go.
Well, Zion left because it was a family emergency. So
yeah, because once they leave though, that's 2 weeks.
You got to quarantine 14 days when you come back. And then when is the NBA supposed to start? Is there a date? I
think it was the end, like July 28th, if I remember right. So he's definitely going to miss some. But back to baseball, the A's joined the Giants and offer MLB fans option to not only, so they're not only going to pump sound from a video game, but now they're going to give the fans the option to buy cardboard cutouts of themselves for empty stadiums. So with the anticipation of the MLB season causing many owners and baseball executives to realize the season is about to arrive without any ticket revenue, franchisees have had to get creative and find a way to make money from the fans. With this in mind, the Oakland A's have joined the San Francisco Giants and decided to follow a gimmick that the teams overseas have done. Of course, we mentioned a while back when the Korean
sex dolls.
sex dolls was a little different.
This is cool though, because I think they're going to charge, depending on, I think certain areas in the stadium, they're going to charge a price like, $50 for this, $120 for this.
I think that's cool.
What's fun thing though, if a foul ball hits your picture, you'll get that ball in the mail.
Oh, that's sick, dude. That's fucking great.
And then I guess at the end of the season, you'll get that. They'll mail you out your photo to you, like your cutout.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of cool.
So according to the team's websites, the A's Access members gets cutouts for $49, while general fans have to pay $89. That's a little expensive. Is it just for one game or a season?
The whole season.
That's worth it. If I'm a big fan of the A's or something like that, like if you said Oklahoma State's doing this, I might do that.
Yeah.
About $50.
That's cool.
$100. That's cool. They had to get creative and do some shit like this.
Somehow.
Yeah, to get some kind of revenue, man. All right. That wraps up our baseball talks.
Done.
We're going to get into some college football. Not a lot of news, but the big stuff is we're concerned for a fucking season with college football.
And they need it because the footballs are moneymakers, so they're going to have to figure out a way to have football.
Yeah. So basically what we're looking at right now is the Big Ten and the Pac-12 have both already dismissed non-conference football play. They've canceled all non-conference games. They're going to focus just on what's in their conference. What that means for us, like my Oklahoma State team, they were going to play Oregon State week 1. That's already been canceled. They're looking at rescheduling, hopefully to get BYU because it's open. But some conferences, there was a smaller conference that canceled sports altogether. We've had the Ivy League who's canceled sports altogether. Stanford, who's canceled all but 10 sports.
Uh-huh.
We're getting really close to a total shutdown of collegiate sports this time.
So Big Ten has 14 teams.
So yeah, they're not gonna. Yeah, they're gonna do.
So
probably,
how would you?
You're gonna probably not play one team because there's got to be a bye week.
Well, how many games are there in a season? 12.
12.
Yeah, so you probably won't play 2 teams, right?
Or maybe it's 13. 13 weeks. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
with the bye, so you 12 games. So yeah, 2 teams.
2 teams. Yeah, so yeah.
It's crazy, man. I wonder if they don't have a mock-up of how it's gonna look. Do you any schedules or nothing yet? I'm concerned. I'm legitimately concerned that the college football won't happen. I'm kind of leaning that way, to be honest.
Possibility.
Because you got to remember, these kids aren't paid athletes yet. These are student athletes, which means the NCAA is responsible, and these schools are responsible for their well-being. So if we have one player, let's say a player who's had asthma really bad, he gets COVID during a game and dies, that family now can sue the school, the NCAA. I mean, we're talking, that's what they're looking at. They're looking at is this a real possibility? This could fuck us up. I don't want to be pessimistic.
But I think I'm on your side. I think it's a good chance it's not going to happen.
I think it's more of a better chance right now it's not going to happen. I hate to say it, but damn, I think that's what we're trending toward. I think there's too much liability with that. NFL, their players, their employees, they can sign up and say, hey, no, I'm good, blah, blah, blah. But college, man, I'm real hesitant. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't want to say it out loud, but I kind of think that's what's going to happen is it's not going to happen.
It's tough.
It would be weird.
Because us here, we love college football.
Now, here's the question. If college football sets out, does NFL start splitting its games to Saturday, Sunday for the whole season? Because I would. That's more revenue.
Uh-huh.
Because now you can broadcast more games, better ratings.
Yep. 100% agree.
Speaking of the NFL, we're going to get started by...
A lot of NFL news this week.
Raheem Mostert came out last week. This was a big one I was ready to talk about before we decided to take the week off. A recent report indicated the 49ers were talking about a contract extension with running back Raheem Mostert. Those talks haven't led to an agreement, and now Mostert would like to go to another team, has demanded a trade.
Too bad, boy. You haven't been in the league that long. You ain't going nowhere.
No, the 3-year deal with Mostert signed with the 49ers before last season is set to pay him a base salary of $2.5 million this year, which is not bad for a 3-headed monster running back. Uh-huh. But here's my take. You've got 3 very capable, actually 4 with Jeff Wilson there.
I haven't really seen much of him, but the 3
looked good. But
really?
I think that Shanahan runs a system, first off. So his running backs always tend to look good. There's a lot of opportunities. They mix them in and out. They do a lot of things there to make these guys successful. So Raheem Mostert had a breakout year last year. He's just taking advantage and capitalizing on. I'm sure his agent's kind of pushing him to do so, to say, hey, get your money, get paid because this is your shot. He might come in this year and fucking suck. Do I think Raheem Mostert is a running back 1? No.
Running back 2.
I think Raheem Mostert is a good, talented guy that if you put anybody in his position he was in last year would look good. Sorry, Andrew. I know Andrew's probably pissed hearing that. But no, I don't think he's this guy. He's more of a product of a system. He's just trying to capitalize on his momentum that he built from last year and get paid. What happened is the 49ers are smart and said, okay, he came up and said, I want this, this, and this. And they're like, okay, you're part of a 3-head monster. We paid for McKinnon. We traded and paid a little bit for Tevin. You were the guy that our budget guy, and you came out on top. It seemed last year, I'd say Raheem Mostert was probably the most successful. We don't need that. We've got a system. We've also got Wilson behind you, more of a goal line type guy. But the point is he's expendable. They could get somebody else in there in a heartbeat and do what they did last year. The 49ers were like, well, if that's what you want, go try to get that somewhere else. If somebody wants to offer us that for you, we'll take it. It's going to be big. But if not, you can sit on the fucking bench. You won't play. They'll give it to someone else, man. He probably asked for a little too much. Melvin Gordon did a little bit. And he's probably going to hurt himself this year because if he does get traded, either the 49ers are going to get a lot, or he's gonna play the I'm not gonna play card, and they might just end up cutting him. I don't know. It's not good though.
Well, you don't want to cut him because he wins because he can go anywhere he wants.
Well, yeah, but he's not gonna get paid.
Yeah.
Let's say, what's a team that needs a running back? Let's say I'm Pittsburgh Steelers. I just need somebody a little bit more solid than James Conner because he's more of a pass down back. I think. Okay, you just got cut from the 49ers, Raheem Mostert. Yeah, I'll sign you. How much do you want? Oh, you want $10 million a year? Son, you had a good half season last year, but no, we'll give you $5 million this year, and that'll be the max. He's not going to get it. And knowing that San Francisco cut him, he'll make even less.
Yeah. Because
they don't need to pay that anymore. He's really hurt himself by setting the bar so high. The trade wasn't bad, but you never demand a trade unless there's teams already interested, man.
Yeah.
You don't do that. And I think he fucked up. He fucked up big time. A guy that didn't fuck up, in my opinion so far, Patty Mahome signs one of the biggest contracts in the NFL's history last year, 10-year contract extension with the Kansas City Chiefs, worth a record $477 million. It's ridiculous. Reading that. $477 million. God. Dude, if he could just pay tithes on that to me, I would be good for the rest of my life.
Just give me like 0.5%.
I'm like, bro, just throw me like one meal. So, details. 10-year, $450 million extension, folding in the rest of the rookie deal, $477 over 12 years.
So he's still on his rookie contract?
Yeah, for 2 years.
So he's got 2 more years on his rookie contract?
Oh my God. Guaranteed at signing $63 million.
So does he get a $63 million check when he signs? Or
it's done. He's already signed.
So did he think he got a big check, or did they just divide it over your 12 years?
It's divided. You don't get that check. No. Guaranteed just means if anything happens, you're still getting
Well, because the team probably doesn't have that much money in their bank.
Exactly.
Right,
it's all prorated and it's all scheduled out, just like if you win the lottery. Which he did win the lottery. Motherfucker can literally say, all right, I don't want to work another day in my life. I'll take my $63 million. I'm going to go play video games for the next 45 years.
I'm going to go stream.
So there's $63 million fully guaranteed at signing, which means if he just quits football and says, fuck it, I'm going to move to Africa or I'm going to move to Greece and take my $63 million, he can do so. But if he gets injured, he is guaranteed $141 million.
No, so is that 141 on top of his $63 million?
No, that would be separate. So
he get another $60 million?
Yes,
$80 million?
It would be basically like if he gets hurt and can't play, he's still guaranteed at least 141 if they decide to move on from him and cut him or even just keep him on.
Still a lot of money to pay him.
So, whoa. First off, let's just go off the bat. What do you think? Your notes on this? Is this worth it? Is it too much?
I think it's worth it. This guy is unbelievable, and I think he loves the city. He already brought him a championship. So he wants to be there. So obviously, why would he sign a contract if he doesn't want to be there? Of course, he wants to be there.
100%, totally with you. This guy is a talent, a generational type talent. I think arm wise and head on his shoulders. I think every fucking NFL team, that's what they look for. Number one, if you got a good QB, you can be competitive on offense, and that's how you win leagues. So to find a guy this good, if you know he's the one, why would you not pay him?
Yeah,
that is the question I got. But you said you did find some shit online.
Yeah. So Marcellus Wiley, who has been on ESPN and I think was Colin Cowherd, he's a talk show analyst for sports, and he came out and talked about the contract with Mahomes because he's kind of on the fence because he had the same agent as Mahomes has.
Oh, okay. So he's here to warn us a little bit.
Yes.
Okay. So here is, what's his name again?
Marcellus Wiley. He used to play for the Chargers.
Okay.
I think it was like a defensive end.
Let's see what he has to say.
I'm going to stay in that same lane, that same vein, because on paper it says half a billy, but if you keep reading, it says not really. One is $477 million, not even $503 million in terms of real, actual dollars. Those incentives, stop playing. Stop playing. Like, you got to win. You got to win the AFC Championship game every year. Has to win the MVP every year. Stop playing. He's not going to get that.
Oh, so that's
here's
with
the
incentives.
thing about it. You said headlines. And headline grabs. And on this show, we're fearless. On this show, we keep it 100, sometimes 1,000, and that really hurts when we shake the table. I got to do that right now. Please. Okay.
Ooh.
There are a lot of people out there speculating that this was a headline grab. This was a Lee Steinberg, my former agent, Patrick Mahomes' current agent, a chance for him to lock himself into a long-term deal, make sure he gets that 3% forever, 1% if Patrick is smart, and continues to ride that wave versus what we saw what happened with Dak Prescott, switching agencies, going with CAA or Athletes First and our boy David. We ain't going to say his last name. We love him. The point is, that hit me, and that hit me hard right here. I was a San Diego Charger. And in my third year, I switch agents. I go from Brad Blank, amazing guy, amazing agent, to Lee Steinberg. Okay. And all of a sudden, after my exit interviews in my third year, my numbers were down, I get it, but they were like, look, we got rid of Rodney Harrison, Junior Seau, John Perella. You're the whole defense, they're triple teaming you. You're fine, Marcellus. That's how I left the building. And Lee Steinberg becomes my agent. Brad Blank calls me continuously, and he's my friend, so I'm picking up the phone, but then he's not my agent. I'm like, stop telling me that I need to talk to the Chargers. The Chargers wanted me to just take a little haircut, like yours, just a little haircut, just a little something. And I didn't. No, it was like, I was really caught in the tug of war of the agents. And Lee was saying, everything's fine. Everything's good. They're looking forward to seeing you next year. You know what happened? Watching SportsCenter 9 a.m. on a Saturday after a great Friday night. I see my name across the ticker. I was like, I ain't get a DUI. I'm in the bed. I said, I only got one child. Don't do that to me. It was Marcellus Wiley released.
Damn.
Had no idea what's coming.
Oh.
Fast forward, I'm on the Dallas Cowboys. I get another good deal, and I'm happy. But it's stuck here. And people were telling me there was motivation in the room to get you on to the next deal so Lee could get paid.
Yeah.
Now, when I put that parallel to this situation, I'm like, how much of this was Lee explicitly explaining to Patrick Mahomes, like he didn't to me, that this is the best deal for you? Or was this a little incentivized for Lee as well as Patrick Mahomes? Did he negotiate against his own client as well as the team? I'm starting to buy into that because I have history.
Marcel's gonna shake the table now.
I'm just letting y'all know what I went through.
I don't blame him. I agree with you saying it might be
makes total fucking sense. So I mean, obviously, any agent that's going to be doing this for a living is wanting to make money. This is the kind of deal that you retire on. So he, of course, and like you said with the Chargers, the agent doesn't give a shit about the team. All he wants is to make money to get a deal, so he can get a cut, and then he can make sure he's got this guy locked up.
Because what it says for Wiley, it seems like his agent got him fired.
Yeah,
and then his agent because I bet you at the time, because Wiley was still under contract, his agent was probably getting no money or barely anything. But with the new contract, he wrote in that his agent got paid more money. So that's what I'm thinking with this.
Wow. So the other players we're looking at besides Mahomes, who now is setting that fucking god awful.
Well, it's what, $40 million a year? $45 million a year?
Something like that. I know he's not even listed on this one, but
he'll be number one.
He'll be number one. Behind him will be Russell Wilson with $35 million a year. Big Ben Roethlisberger, 34.
And he's not even...
Didn't even play last year. Jared Goff at 33.5.
Should be off of that.
So I can tell you right now, they're going to have to take a hard look at him next year. If he has a season like last season, that money's going to be gone.
Or he's going to release it, cut him?
Yeah. I mean, they're going to cut him, but they're going to have to start looking at he is not a $33.5 million a year quarterback.
Three of these guys on the list are not a $33 million quarterback.
Kirk, Goff,
and Ben.
Big Ben is normally, but hasn't been.
The past couple, yeah. So
he's a has-been right now.
It's not fair for...
So, fuck.
It's crazy, man.
Nuts. On to another massive contract. Derrick Henry. Titans reach agreement on a 4-year, $50 million deal. Brother, they don't pay running backs in the league.
Is he the highest paid running back now?
He's got to be. Besides Zeke... I don't know. Zeke might be more than this. I'm not sure.
$12.5 million a year.
Okay, it says right here. Henry's contract, which averages $12.5 a year, makes him the 5th highest paid. Holy shit! There's that many above him.
Well, it makes sense because there's better guys on the.
That's right. McCaffrey re-signed $16 a year. Zeke signed $15 a year. Le'Veon's making $13 a year, and David Johnson $13.
This guy's balling, and he's
bro. David Johnson, he's like, I don't fucking care who I play for.
I don't care how good I'm being paid.
I'm going to go play in the XFL and make $13 million. Oh, shit. But Derrick Henry, this was one, we should have got fucking...
oh, yeah, we should have called the guy from
Brendan.
Memphis. Yeah.
Brendan from Low Key Sports. He's the Tennessee fan. I should have got a hold of him. But yeah, it's too late for that. But what do you think? Running backs, a lot of people think it's controversial because they feel like they're a couple good seasons and they're out. There's very few actual elite ones. Do you pay this much for a running back?
Yeah, I think so for him, yeah.
Why?
He's good. I don't know. I just can't. I think he's gotten better and better and better every year.
I agree with you. I think there's not a lot of times I would pay for a running back. This is one I would because he's been a real catalyst in this offense. Tannehill could not do this by himself. If he did not have Derrick Henry, the offense would look a lot like Miami's. Not inept like Miami did because that was poor coaching behind him and bad scheming and all that. This, though, with such a talent in the backfield, like he's getting the ball 30 times a game almost sometimes. Like it's unreal. So for him to make the production he was doing, he is taking that off Tannehill's plate, and it's a tandem, man. And if they want to have success, which Tennessee obviously has their eyes on the prize because they wouldn't have paid him if they didn't.
They beat the Patriots in the playoffs last year, right?
Bro, yeah. I think too, if they wouldn't have won that game, it might have changed this outlook because they might have went right back into rebuilding mode.
I think they saw we have the ability to make the Super Bowl. We just gotta add some pieces here.
There's a number right there. Don't look at it. I'm going to see if you can guess this.
Number for what?
Entering the AFC Championship game, Derrick Henry had accounted for what percentage of the total offense? Think about this. This is total offense.
So,
what percentage?
Either when he's running or catching, right?
I'm sure this is probably either points scored or yardage, one of the two. I would probably say yard, maybe even both. Some rolled into. What percentage do you think he had?
It's definitely over 50, so I'm probably thinking 73%.
Damn. You're within 5.
Really?
69% of the offense was Derrick Henry going into the playoffs last year.
Crazy.
It's unreal.
Feed the machine.
Pay the man. And I know some of our Tennessee family has been pretty on board with that happening.
Is Darren, is he a Titans fan?
He is. He's not a huge football guy, but he does like the Titans. But some other controversial shit we got to talk about.
Always controversy, dude. Always.
I'm on board with this controversy, though. We got some shit to hash out. Madden 21 ratings came out recently. And just to be totally honest, there's some pretty fucked up shit on here. So let's take a look. First off, let's start with the 99 overall club. And we'll just say agree, disagree. If you got some comments, say it. Patty Mahomes, first overall, of course, 99. On board. Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
On board, totally. 99. Stephon Gilmore.
No, I don't know. Defense, is that like cornerbacks?
Best
not really.
Cornerback in the league. Hands down, played the best last year. Not surprised. They usually give the best cornerback standout a 99. So this falls right in line.
Usually 99 is like one per key position, right?
Exactly. Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
I would do it too. Just for the playmaking ability. Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
I would too. I was thinking you were going to say no, but I'm on board with this. Michael Thomas plays
that everyone's
fucking aggressive.
That Devontae Adams is better than Michael Thomas.
I saw an article yesterday saying he was going to be the most better routes. They said he was going to be the most prolific fantasy wide receiver this year. But they said that about last year, too. And he sat out like fucking 7 games.
Yeah, what was it? Do you have turf toe or was it?
Turf toe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I traded for him and then he played 1 game, did really well, and then he fucking hurt himself. We'll look at the top 10 overall players in Madden altogether. So once we get past
99.
Stephon Gilmore, which is the 5th 99 overall, we get the first non-99, Bobby Wagner, who was a 99.
This guy he's always up the high 90s.
Bobby's really good. Didn't have a great year last year. I feel like if Bobby has the same year as he did last year, this year, he will be like a 91 next year. Like this is his last chance to keep that momentum because the year before is when he really earned it. But he was in the 99 club last year, only dropped 1 spot. DeAndre Hopkins is right below him in 98.
Right.
I'm on board. I'd almost put DeAndre at 99. Dude, I'm a believer in DeAndre Hopkins. Unreal.
It's like your favorite wide receiver?
It never was. If it was because of last year.
Who's your favorite wide receiver like right now? Thomas?
I love both of them.
I think Adam's my favorite. That's because I'm a Packers fan.
Yeah. DeAndre Hopkins is more like just unreal ability. Thomas is technical and aggressive. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's tough.
I love football. I could just say that. George Kittle,
guy you love.
98, bro.
I'm gonna buy you a Kittle jersey just for.
I was not a fan of him last year, but
good.
I drafted him on a whim. I went with Andrew Bunt's recommendation.
You draft him late, right?
No, I drafted him in like the second or third round. Because I always have one of my my techniques is either you go high on the tight end, you get one of those top 3.
After they're gone, you got.
And after if you don't get top 3,
round
you
10.
don't draft your tight end until 10 or 11. So Kittle was sitting on board and he looked like the best value at the time. I wasn't sure about him, but I was like, fuck it, I'll roll the dice, and god damn, he paid off. And I love watching the guy play. Right below him, JJ Watt, 98. I mean, I think JJ Watt at this point would look more like a 95 or 6.
His injuries.
He's been degrading a little bit. And Zach Martin at guard.
Is he the best guard in football?
I mean, you hear his name thrown around. I would probably give it to him.
Was he the one that had the problems with the Cowboys with him and or the Dolphins? Was it Zach Martin and the other dude?
No, I think you're thinking of somebody else. Zach Martin's been on the Cowboys for a while.
I thought him was the guy. Remember that whole drama with was it the Dolphins where like it was like assault? Or was it 2 football players?
I don't know.
The guy who with his Richie Incognito and
oh shit,
wasn't it Zach Martin?
I don't think so.
It was Richie Incognito and someone else. It was a football player.
I don't know. We'll have to look that up.
Was it sexual assault? It was something crazy.
Was it?
It was like years ago.
See if you can find it because
you don't remember that?
Ring a bell. We're gonna go through some of the top quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes, 99 overall. Second one is gonna be Russell Wilson at a 97 with his accuracy and what he did last year. I mean, you can't really go against it. Lamar Jackson, a 94. I think that's fair.
Oh, Jonathan Martin. There you go.
Okay.
I think he said like, yeah, something happened where they both got fired or both got, it was some type of scandal.
Well, not surprising with Mr. Incognito.
They're on the Dolphins because Richie's the one that had it was his dad.
Yeah, he fucking decapitated his own father.
He could have.
Remember we did that on
Did he go to jail?
Podcast. No, it was the dead body. Remember that it was in the morgue and he was like, my dad, and he cut the head off, right? Wasn't that what we read?
Yes, yeah.
I was like, you brought me that article, I think. Lamar Jackson, 94. After that, you got Drew Brees at 93. Tom Brady's a 90. Aaron Rodgers, 89. This is pathetic, guys.
I think Rodgers is better than Brady and Brees.
I would, if you're asking Sean, Aaron Rodgers, at least a 91. I would say 91. Brady, maybe a 90. Matt Ryan, 87's fair.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson, 86?
Yeah.
Do you think they're trying to plan for him not having DeAndre? You think that's what they're doing?
I think these ratings are what they're going to be like this year.
Based off last year.
Yes.
Dak Prescott, 84. I feel like that's a little bit low for Dak.
Yeah.
I feel like 86 is right around where he's at. Carson Wentz, 84.
Where's Russell Wilson, 87? 97?
Yeah. Where's Ben Roethlisberger? Where's the guy that gets paid
33, yeah.
Where's Jared Goff?
Yeah.
They're not even in the top 10. Running backs, Christian McCaffrey, first overall, 99. Derrick Henry, 93. That's quite the drop. This is
How is
bro, we got some problems right here, man. So it goes 99, Christian McCaffrey. Next guy in line is Derrick Henry, 93. First off, I'm putting Derrick Henry probably 95. Nick Chubb is third at a 92, which I think Nick Chubb is more of a 90 at this point. Zeke is 4th at 92.
Zeke should be like 95, 96.
I'm thinking Zeke's 94, 95,
and
somewhere around there.
Saquon's like 98, 99. No, I think he was a 99 like last year.
I would say 94, 95. Saquon. Dalvin Cook, 91? Dalvin Cook tore it up last year.
I don't understand these ratings.
All these guys should be 94,
Kamara
95. Aaron
down.
Jones at a 90. I think that's close to being fair.
Kamara's at 88.
Joe Mixon, 89. I'm on board. Josh Jacobs, 88. Okay. Kamara, 88. That's a bit low, but he did have a pretty big drop-off last year. Wide receiver. Who's the first one behind Michael Thomas?
Devontae Adams. No, it's
that's who you want to be.
It's Hopkins,
going to be
right?
Hopkins, but who else is behind it after that?
Devontae Adams.
I'm going to say Julio.
Yeah.
You think Julio or Devontae?
I'll go Julio.
It's Julio, 97.
Tyreek Hill's higher than Devontae?
Tyreek is higher than Devontae by 2 points.
Because they won. That's why.
DeAndre's a 98. Julio's a 97.
Amari Cooper's up there, I figured.
Wow. Tyreek's a 96. Devontae a 94. Amari 93. These are pretty. I think these are fair.
Yeah, that's a fair. I think
Mike Evans 92. Stephon. I think that's too high for Stephon. I think Stephon Diggs is a 90.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen 91. Okay. Odell 91. Yeah. I think Odell, you got to give him the benefit of the doubt, but he did have a shitty year.
He's supposed to have a good year this year, supposedly. So
okay, I got problems with this one. Tight ends. George Kittle 98. Dig it. Travis Kelce 97. Third tight end. Wouldn't you say Zach Ertz?
Yeah.
Well, not them. They would say it's Rob Gronkowski and a 95. This is bullshit. This motherfucker didn't play football last year. This motherfucker was built like a woman like 6 months ago. He didn't have any muscle on him. I thought he was a female one time when they pulled his picture up real quick in a weird light. I was like, oh, is that a female? No, it was Rob Gronkowski. Brother, I think this is so off. Maybe I'm crazy. I think Rob all day, 90. And Zach Ertz should be a 92, but Zach Ertz is a 90. Austin Hooper's a 89. You can't really argue with his production.
What's funny is after the top three, it's just a big drop off.
And that shows you. That's how fantasy football.
Delaney Walker's on the raw, and Delaney, he didn't play out all last year.
Delaney's on there? No, Darren Waller.
Oh, that was Delaney.
That was the Raiders tight end that came on.
Didn't you draft him late in the rounds?
Oh yeah, brother. That was my first sleeper. That's the whole reason I got Devontae Adams. That's the whole reason I traded for Devontae is I picked him up a free agent. I didn't even draft him. Picked him up from free agency after the Hard Knocks show. They said he was going to give him more snaps. And I was like, okay, he's going to go crazy because Gruden loves to throw tight ends. Picked up Waller. He had 2 good games. Then I sold him off in a package deal with him, John Ross, who just had a big game, and somebody else. And I think it was 3 people for Devontae Adams, who had a rough game because that's just how you do it. It's all about timing and what people need. And I got Devontae Adams for that, which, of course, he did get hurt, but in the end, he ended up winning. So it worked. Mark Andrews in 86. I think that's fair. Greg Olsen, 86. Cooks at 87. I think this is good besides Gronkowski is a piece of shit. I mean, he's good. Don't get me wrong, but you give him a 95 overall? I think Gronk is the best tight end that's ever played the game. At this point right now, Gronk is that guy.
I'm telling you, like, Aaron Hernandez, like, what happened? His skill base, when him and Gronk on the same, it was scary.
He was good at Florida. I loved watching Aaron Hernandez play.
I didn't realize Urban Meyer was his coach. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And Tim Tebow's
the quarterback. Yeah, great job, Tebow. Your track record's fantastic. Get some of that Tebow counseling. Defensive end, you got Donald, Watt, Cam Jordan, Calais Campbell, Myles Garrett's 93. We're going to skim through these and see if there's any that just stand out.
Where's
Nick Bosa's at 89?
He had a down year last year, I think. Where's Nick Bosa at? Is he on there?
No, that's what I'm saying. Nick Bosa's 89. Joey Bosa's a 91.
I would love to see him play on the same team. That's their goal. They want to play together.
Khalil Mack.
Imagine Joey goes to...
Khalil Mack's a defensive end. Why is he...
So he's a linebacker, isn't he? He's a linebacker.
He was a defensive end.
No, he's a linebacker.
For the fucking Raiders.
He's a linebacker. I'm pretty sure he's a linebacker.
He was a defensive end.
He's a linebacker. Right there. It's Khalil Mack. And maybe he can play both. Look at is Khalil Mack a LB or DE? I think he plays both.
So prior to the draft, it changed him from linebacker to defensive end, other sides. So it's kind of a hybrid guy. I was going to say, I've always thought of him as a defensive end. He usually plays on the line. But you got Khalil Mack, 97, Von Miller, 97, Chandler Jones, 95, DeMario Davis.
Whatever happened to
Darius Leonard, 80? That's bullshit. They do not respect Darius Leonard. This motherfucker has led the league like 2 seasons in a row with tackles. And he didn't even play like 6 games.
Tackles don't always count. Well, you know how with Zach Martinez. Is it Zach Martinez from the Packers? He led the league in tackles, but it was always after the line of scrimmage.
Darius Leonard needs to be a 92. He should be the fourth best I want here. Maybe even... I'm frustrated with that.
You're getting upset.
I am. Bobby Wagner, 98. Levante David, 90. Eric Kendricks, 89. Dante Hightower, Fred Warner's on there. Deion Jones, Mosley. I think that's spot on. Cornerbacks, we got Gilmore, Jalen Ramsey, 94. Richard Sherman, 92. Casey Hayward. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good too. And then safeties, Harrison's still the best. Tyron, I think Tyron's played a little bit better than a 93.
Yeah.
I think him and Harrison might even swap at this point. Harrison's kind of had a down couple seasons. Jamal, 92. He's better than that. Bayard's been playing really well.
So
that's bullshit. Derwin James, 89. If he would have played more last season, he'd be a fucking best.
Derwin's the Chargers, right?
Yeah,
he didn't play all last year, right?
He played like 4 games, I think.
No, but is it Devin McCourty and Stephon Gilmore? They're both on the Patriots, right?
Yeah.
And they're both the top.
Yeah. That's why the defense looked so fucking good last season, man.
With Cam Newton, it might be...
Overall, I think it's pretty close, but there's some real fuck-ups in here, I believe, man.
It's like they're close, but when there's...
When they're wrong, they're fucking a mile wrong. Dude, I think Aaron Rodgers is horribly wrong. Gronkowski's pathetic. What was the other one?
Saquon, maybe? Or
Saquon's
Zeke?
pretty fucked up. Zeke, yeah, the running back is a mess.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but we got to move forward. We got to get into this Redskins. Oh, my God. I don't want to get in trouble for saying that. Washington Redskins. Like,
with the whole name thing, I understand you got to change it, but it's the intent behind it. Like me, I just think it's just a name and it's for a team. But if you think like, oh, race, then it's kind of like...
I sit on both sides.
You're trying to pick at like the issue?
One side... when they gave the name, a chief was actually involved in naming the team.
Oh, really?
They brought him in. He blessed it, and but this was 30 years ago, 40 years ago, long time. So, growing up where I did, a lot of Native Americans. I've got Native American blood in me. Redskin, like, is there any other scenario where you would call somebody by an attribute of their color of their skin? Like, would you like to be called white skin or pale skin?
Oh, rednecks.
Rednecks, but it's the connotations more, but their necks aren't even really red. That's what I'm saying. Like Native American skin is a little bit more red.
Yeah.
Like I don't really get dark. Usually I get red kind of. And that's the Native American I got from some of my family. But like there would never, like you would not call a black guy like something like
black
that.
Skin. Yeah, no.
Like
no.
never.
No.
Right? So when I look at it just real baseline, just like that, I'm like, okay, we could do better. Like if they were able to find, like, I always like to name the natives, like the Washington natives.
Yeah.
And you just switched it up, and I think
what's
that
cool,
would
like
be
instead
killer.
of like the natives, you have like a your logo's like a like the TP, like the yeah,
something along, just celebrating Native American culture. This I don't think it's doing it a great way. I think it does need to change. And I'm glad they finally stood up. But that is the least of their worries right now because they just had 15 female ex-Redskin employees alleged sexual harassment in this bombshell report. So the name change thing came to the front first. Shortly afterwards, players started hinting. Even Josh Norman, the old quarterback, said, look, there's more going on than just the fucking name change. So the 15 female employees who worked for the Redskins told the Washington Post that they were sexually harassed while working at the organization, the newspaper published in a bombshell report Thursday. According to the Post, the team declined a request to release 15 of the former female employees from non-disclosure agreements so they could speak on record. They've had other people come out. One girl said, it was the most miserable experience of my life, and we were all tolerated it because we knew if we complained and they reminded us of this, there were 1,000 people out there who would take our job in a heartbeat.
Jeez.
So these things, they were getting harassed at work. There was one situation where I read there was a stairwell everybody would not take because it was so steep. Everybody knew the men would stand at the bottom of the stairwell and just look up skirts and all this stuff. It was known for that. So girls would avoid it on purpose. Like this kind of shit. And this has been going on for years, they said. So as soon as it came out, they had one guy, the announcer was named, an announcer was named in this thing. He retired immediately. The other guy that was like the head proponent of all this fucked up shit got fired on the spot. And then they released a statement basically saying they're looking into it, doing a thorough review of the team. Dude, Redskins are in full implosion mode right now, bro. You're a year from today, you're going to have a Redskin or a Washington DC team.
A different team name,
different look. They got to wipe this out and start from scratch.
Oh, they just need to move, but no. They need a team in Washington.
I mean, shit. I know one Redskins fan, and she's not even like a hardcore Redskins fan.
I know one too.
Do you know like somebody that's
just
like a
one?
legit?
The church I went, or church we go to. He moved to Arizona, but I got him a RG3 jersey.
Oh yeah, that's cool. All right, so besides all the bullshit they're dealing with as far as the sexual harassment and all this stuff, that's really going to reshape their organization because they're going to have to do that. There's already been polls out because they did announce they are getting rid of the Redskins name. We're going to look at some of the polls they put up on Yahoo Sports. So right now, and this was done last week, I believe, they have 3, 6, 7 total choices to choose from, and this is how the poll played out. The Washington Senators, 3%. That sounds like a hockey team.
Well, Washington Senators used to be the old baseball team name. So
Okay.
went to Washington Senators for baseball, and then became the Montreal Expos.
Let's do this. I'm going to read them off. You just thumbs up, thumbs down. Washington Generals was 6% of the vote.
I like it up.
I don't like it.
You know why?
Why?
Because the replacements. I think were the
Was that the Generals?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you
They're
talked
the
about
Senators,
that.
So yeah,
With 8% of the vote, the Red Hawks.
I put it down because you're kind of floating over the whole.
Exactly, yeah. And I mean, it's okay, but there's better choices. With 12%, Washington Hogs.
Middle because remember
like-
the guys they wear the pig masks.
Oh, okay. I was trying to
famous guys.
figure out the tie-in. I'm like, where does that come from? I get it. I still don't like it. Thumbs down. Other was 20% of it, so there must have been a shitload of other ones. But the top two, the 23% of the vote went to Washington Warriors.
Yeah, no, yeah, but you already have a Golden State Warriors.
I don't like it. Yeah, too much is saturated. The name there's nothing definitive about it. A Warrior. Okay. Very generic. It's like I'm going to make my team a Madden. That's what I get. 28% of the vote. The
I like
top
this one.
I love this one. This is my favorite. Washington Red Tails. The Red Tails has some history to it as well.
Tuskegee Airmen.
Yep. And on top of that, we've actually also uncovered a page that somebody went through all these big ones that they're sticking out the names they like and start doing mock-up logos of. So another big ones they talked about because they want to keep the red. They like the red. They like the color scheme.
Red and gold.
They think
red
everything
and,
that's going to stay the same. The first one was the Washington Red Wolves. It's got a wolf silhouette with the what is that? The Capitol building.
Yeah, Capitol building. Yep. That's cool.
The W. It's a pretty cool logo. It's pretty well done. I don't like the Red Wolves though, but then there's this helmet with the Red Wolves, which looks pretty sick. This mock-up that's got like the wolf and then the R. I think there's too much going on in that one. I don't like that one. This one's the Red Wolves. That's pretty fucking sick.
Don't they already have that R though?
That was the R that I think it was their old school vintage
Yeah.
R. So I think that looks pretty cool, man. I think that's pretty sweet. That reminds me of Washington State though. This is another Red Wolves. I don't really like that one as much. It looks like fucking the first Sonic the Hedgehog that came out. Doesn't that look like that?
Yes, you are exactly right.
That's fucking
that's
creepy.
That's spot on.
This one's pretty sick.
Is it
Look
the
at that helmet. That's busy. Dude, that's pretty sick though. That looks like a hockey team type thing. Washington Red Wolves. It's got the logo right cutting through the middle of the
I
silhouette.
think they might want the red in it because Redskins, the Red Wolves, they want the red still in it, I think.
I don't know. I like the colors though. This one's okay. Red Wolves, it's okay. It looks kind of cool. A lot of Red Wolves. Okay, on to what our favorite is, the Red Tails. Let's take a look at this a little bit closer. Dude,
Well, that R is with
the logo is sick. It's got the old school. It almost reminds me of the Expos logo, doesn't it? You get a little
it
vibe
reminds
from
me
that?
of the logo for in Disneyland.
Which one?
Is it the soaring over the world or
Oh, I know.
the wing?
Yep, I know what you're saying. I want to see this gray one, dude. If
That's
this fucking
sick.
gray, whoa, this looks sick, man.
see like the wings and stuff, like the
Yeah. That kind of aeronautical.
Yeah.
Now this is the one I think is the most popular.
the W.
The
With
W with the 3 white stripes and the star above it.
I love the plane. That one's so dope.
It looks really good, man.
I'm telling you, if they get their this logo, their jersey sales, and then go up.
Ooh.
They're not gonna go up. They're not going to put that guy's face on.
No way. Yeah, there's one that's got a face that's like a Tuskegee Airman, but it looks like a Native American red face. That's not going to work. This is a different concept. It's more of a red, white, and blue. They switch the color scheme, go more Patriot style.
They should because they're all the teams in Washington are red, white, and blue. So
Yeah, I've never understood the red and yellow, but I don't know. I'll leave that up to them. I like the way this looks, though. This, not so much. The shark bite down the side.
I like that because the planes have the shark bite. It's kind of cool.
I mean, I get it.
It's more like an XFL.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. But this, the art behind it looks pretty cool. This is like, the red tails we love.
Because you keep that same R as your Redskins, but then you have just put it on like a wing.
God, man, that plain one is sick. I love that.
If that's their logo, they better pay, whoever made that better pay that person big money.
And that's the other thing, too. Some guy, the Redskins
bought all the trademarks.
Came out and said, we're going to get rid of the name. We're going to have a new name. Before actually claiming trademarks on their new name. So one guy in, where was it, North Carolina?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. Some realtor was like, well, fuck, let's make some money. Let's go squat. He goes and trademarks like 25 possible names so that whatever one they decide to choose, they've got to fucking pay him.
You think the Redskins would have done that first, trademark all the names you want, and then sell the rest?
They should have. Before they ever announced it, they should have said, what are our possible, let's choose the 5. It's going to be one of these 5. We need to trademark every one of these. Because now they're in some legal battle, which could drag this out. This could fuck up some stuff, man.
Uh-huh. I feel like they want a team name change for this year, right?
It has to be. FedEx has pulled out. If not, Nike's already pulled their shit. Their Redskins are done, man. Yeah. It's done. If they don't fix this quick, and they're going to pay this guy. He knows the position they're in. All right, Washington. We'll see what we do last year. They're even to the point where, like, we read articles now about the Redskins. They're bleeping out the Redskins.
Really?
Like, it says, edited racial slur. And I'm like, come on, that's a bit harsh. I get it, but come on. That whole fucking, I want to be on the right side of history. People, man. All right, let's jump ahead. Last football shit we got for the day. Tennessee defensive lineman Emmett Gooden dismissed from the team following arrest. Tennessee Volunteers are down a possible starter. Defensive lineman Emmett Gooden has been dismissed from the program following an arrest for felony aggravated assault reported by WBIR Thursday night. The incident happened in the last 24 hours. According to our court records, Gooden got into an argument with a woman, her boyfriend when things turned violent. He then allegedly smashed a glass jar candle into the side of the woman's head, and she needed what is that?
Stitches.
This is
sutures. Same thing.
Sutures. Is that what that is?
Yeah, stitches. Yeah.
How have I never heard that word? Sutures at the University of Tennessee Medical Center.
So that means his girlfriend. It was another.
It was some girl that had a boyfriend. So he missed last year due to an ACL. I didn't know that. And he's out. So the reason why this is important and why you might recognize the name Emmett Gooden was one of the star players on season 3 of Last Chance U in Independence Community College in Independence, Kansas. He was a defensive end, I believe, and he ended up going to Tennessee the next season, probably one of the most successful out of the bunch. And he was kind of the prosperous one and ended up fucking smashing a jar of candle over somebody's head. Brother, those big candles, like you gotta fuck somebody up with the candle, man. I can't believe it did that. Oh man, every time, and it's almost Last Chance U season. It's almost time. It's almost the new season comes out in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks.
So it was filmed last year.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we are going to watch the trailer here just now because I have watched it once. Have you watched it at all? Good, because it does.
So where does this take place at?
So, just to do a little.
Is this the one in California?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oakland.
So
season 1 and 2 was in Mississippi. I can't remember the name of the school or nothing.
I thought it was just the first season.
No, for the first 2.
Okay.
Because the first season he was real cussing and all that hardcore.
Then he cut it back.
Like, I'm a Christian man.
So first 2 Mississippi, second 2 is Independence.
Independence with Jason Brown, man.
And then the 5th one.
And then this one is at Laney College in Oakland, California.
And they're always number 1 in the nation, right?
And they were because they play their own conference and shit kind of stuff out here. We're gonna watch this real quick. Last Chance U season 5 official trailer.
Welcome to Laney College. Touchdown! The defending state and national champions.
Nobody likes Laney. We the bad kids, scrappy ones.
We're local East Bay. Play with a chip on our shoulder, gonna punch you in the dang mouth.
Oakland has gone through this gentrification over the last 10 years.
A lot of folks don't see themselves in the new Oakland because they don't see opportunity.
Put that up! Put that up!
John Beam, a legend now, 40 years coaching football.
I think he woke up pissing fire.
When I tell you to shut up, it better stop.
Why are you talking when he's talking?
Coach Beam is the man, real talk. He really kept brothers off the street. He was a father figure.
This dude want to win everything.
I don't Damn.
If the game is the hustle, I'm putting my money on Beam. Beam gonna be Beam every day.
Y'all gonna be my age one day. Look, I'm in great shape.
Laney College is the grind of JUCO football.
There aren't scholarships, there aren't dorms.
I wake up at 5:30, drive 2 hours, start class, practice.
No dorms.
Come home, go to sleep.
So they literally drive from home. These guys are really living in their situation.
Nothing. I got some guys that didn't eat for 2 days.
I can do this myself. I don't need no handouts.
You got kids having kids.
Chill over here, okay?
You're failing school.
This is not what your family needs from you right now, is it?
They have the weight of the world sometimes on their shoulders. Our job is to believe in them so they can believe in themselves. You can do it. You have value. You are important.
Lady, baby, come on, be great.
We on a whole nother level now.
So, as excited as I am, this is the last season. They've already announced that this is it. So there must have been something at this school that they didn't really see there's enough to do another one with. But this does come out next week. I think it's July 28th, if I remember right. I don't think it's not listed on here. But yeah, it's in a couple. I think it's 28th, if I remember right. But I'm pumped. I love it. But they did announce what they're doing is they're switching over to a basketball format. Last Chance U basketball.
Oh, really?
Doing that, yeah. And that's going to be
different sports.
I think it might actually come out this year, if I remember correctly. But
baseball would be dope too.
I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, baseball would be a really good one too, man. You could do some crazy shit with that.
High school.
All right, but that concludes our sporting news. You hungry?
Yes, sir.
We got some shit to get going. Let's get going.
It's time to test all things culinary. We hope you've brought your appetite. This is Yelling from the Kitchen.
Oh, welcome to the kitchen. We are not live on YouTube right now because my GoPros, I left it at Zach's house. Sorry, guys. You're going to have to listen to this one. I've been holding on to these now. Seriously, when we did the first episode of Yelling from the Kitchen, after we wrapped, I bought these online. And they've been sitting in our box, our food box, for that long.
Have they expired yet?
No. So we did try one of the other flavors in the lunch pack. It was the Zapp. So this is the Zapp's brand potato chips. They are out of New Orleans. Let me read you what it says off the package. Our New Orleans Kettle style chips are cooked to perfection and combined with premium ingredients. The special recipes result in crunchier, tastier, unique potato chip experience, which we hope you will prefer. We thank you for buying the product. Enjoy. And les bonnes temps rouler. Whatever that says, I'm sure I fucked it up. But yeah, these are all Kettle chips. They're all based out of New Orleans.
All
it's original.
Gluten-free.
Starting to really get some steam. We have
they're made in Pennsylvania.
Oh, really? Well, it's made by whoever
Hanover,
company.
PA.
Yeah, because it's the pretzels that bought them. They started out as a local chip company. They buy big distribution and make contracts, and that's how they work now. But they all started in New Orleans. And we have 7 flavors to try. My wife has been excited, but she keeps asking, are you guys doing the fucking chips this week so she can try them? And there's some pretty crazy flavors. So we've got the original regular flavor. We've got hotter and hot. What does that say?
Hotter and hot
jalapeno, salt and vinegar, barbecue ranch, mesquite barbecue, and the Voodoo chips as well. And then my hopefully front runner, spicy Cajun Crawtators. That's fucking great.
Look, it has a little crawfish on the top.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through and try every one of them. You want to start opening some up? And we're gonna rank these up, best to worst. Let's start opening some.
Hopefully not best.
This barbecue ranch sounds good. It smells just like every other chip I've had.
I'm looking forward to the salt and vinegar. I don't like
salt and vinegar, but I haven't had it in forever. So I'm hoping because I love fucking pickles and shit.
Okay, so we want to start with the regular, I guess?
Yeah, let's start with the regular. That way
regular to barbecue. Regular salt and vinegar to barbecue, and then so
totally on board with that, yeah. We just got to split the barbecue because I don't want them tasting the same. All right, regular chips. Tell me what you feel. How's it taste?
It's a classic.
Very greasy.
And I like it because it's not too kettly, because some chips are too hard.
Yeah, they're so greasy that they're quite soft. You're right. I'm usually not a fan of kettle chips. These are fucking good.
Okay. That goes the middle.
Right in the middle.
Salt and vinegar. I'm not looking for this one. I'm not a fan of the... let me get a bigger one. I'm not a fan of the Lay's ones.
I've only had one, and I've never liked it.
It's like when you open up a vinegar bottle.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it's on there.
Let's try it. Yeah. I'll eat it, but...
I like it, but it's not my favorite. But I used to hate it, and this is not bad at all.
I put it after the regular. I just don't like how it's that weird.
Wow, it definitely has grown on me because I used to hate it, and now it's not bad.
You want to put it in front of it, or?
Yeah, honestly, like I'm fine with it being last. Like
Yeah,
it's
for
just
now?
nothing special at this moment.
Want to do barbecue or?
Oh, yeah.
Barbecue ranch or mesquite barbecue?
Whatever you think.
We probably need to split them up.
Yeah.
So do the barbecue, do the jalapeno, do go back to that
We
one.
can do, let's do one barbecue and then voodoo.
Okay.
So this is the barbecue ranch.
I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, this can be a really good combination.
Oh, it has
if
like
you do
little
this
ranch
right,
flakes
man.
on it, little dill
You
seeds.
can smell the ranch.
Okay.
Dude, I like this one.
Pretty good.
Barbecue, and you've got that creaminess.
Put on the front before regular right now.
I think so.
Okay.
Now, I know I've had the voodoo.
So have I. And the ones that they were a lot darker.
Wow.
The chips, they were red.
Yeah, those were, I can't remember the name, but it was a new flavor that just came out. Still got that ketchupy flavor though. It's kind of like that vinegary, tomato base. To me, when I start having all these,
hold on.
This one's still good. I think I like that better. I think I like the barbecue ranch better.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the one that always went viral. This is the Voodoo New Orleans kettle style.
To be honest, I might put that one behind this one.
I'm kind of with you. I think so too. Let's do that.
I think it's just the vinegar. I just too vinegary. It's still a good chip, but
okay, let's do hotter and jalapeno. Oh, bro, that is the total. That I don't know if it's fake jalapeno, but you can smell the jalapeno from a mile away. We're gonna have a couple of these to really.
Is it just original with the jalapeno flavor?
I don't taste the spice.
I think the regular one's better than this one. I don't know.
There's not. It's more smell. You don't really taste the jalapeno. It's like you smell it, but you can't taste it.
I think it's last.
I don't know.
I'll eat the salt and vinegar over that one.
I think I might be with you.
Nah.
Don't get me wrong. I like this one, but I think we're gonna put that last.
Yeah.
There's just you smell the jalapeno, but you really can't taste it. It's kind of a fucking weird thing.
Yeah, it's like.
All right.
So you're saving the crawtators for last?
I'm hoping that crawtators takes me home, man. Okay, just smells like kind of smells like a normal barbecue.
Might
and
have to have this one, the ranch one, to see if there's any.
Yeah, this was definitely a lot less colorful than the ranch or the barbecue.
It's
ranch.
darker. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a barbecue chip. No,
got a strange flavor.
It's not barbecue flavored at all.
Not the barbecue sauce we're used to.
Lay's is better than this. Like,
this is Memphis style barbecue. I bet. What does it say? Very vinegary barbecue.
Ranch one's better, for sure.
Not a lot of flavor on that one.
That one has a lot of flavor. I don't know. I'm stuck.
Oh, okay, I got it. Different. It's a different barbecue. Okay.
I don't know if I'd put this in front of the vinegar one. I don't know.
I like the Voodoo better than this.
You do?
I would put it.
You think that's better than the original?
I think the salt and vinegar is better than this.
Really?
I don't really care for this. It's got a
put it
flavor
back
that's
here,
okay.
then? Or do you want to put this over here?
No, I think it's good how it is. I think I'm somewhere right in here, or even behind it. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I'd probably eat because me. I would eat those more than the salt and vinegar.
Okay, that's fine. You can put them both because they're not bad.
It's just not a bar. To me, it just tastes like the barbecue you're used to.
Am I the only one that's getting that though? Like, there's more smell than there is flavor.
Yes,
that's strange. Okay. So maybe we're looking like an Old Bay type seasoning, something right here. Because you smell just like garlic and onions and that kind of stuff with this Crawtator. Yeah. You get the Cajun flavors, Old Bay type seasoning.
That one's good because the flavor's not overpowering.
Very subtle, yeah. But you can taste it. I like this one a lot.
I think over regular. Yeah, it's a little taste. It's a little more than the.
Have another chip, man. It's crazy. This is not a chip flavor I've had before.
It's good.
And it's very buttery taste. What is that buttery taste?
It is buttery.
What are you thinking, right here?
Yeah.
I like the Crawtators. That was not disappointing. All right.
The regular chip was really good. This is the original one.
I like that. Man, I'm going to have barbecue ranch because I really like that Crawtators. I'm going to go through and have just another nibble of a few of them.
Well, Britt has to eat some of them, so. But just look how dark this one is. I think it's mesquite.
That one's so much more flavorful. Yeah. The mesquite is so subtle. And we got the regular.
Make sure you tag him when we post this.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the original Kettle is so good. Just so well balanced.
You want to keep eating it.
Can I do salt and vinegar again?
Yeah. Eat it again, and you'll make the decision. You want to put it above mesquite or behind it? You want to try this one again?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, salt and vinegar is good, but it's very one-dimensional. The mesquite barbecue is weird.
Want to put it behind it?
No, it's at the end of it. It tastes fine, but it's just strange. I'm not used to this kind of barbecue flavor. Yeah. I don't know. Those last two to me, I might put jalapeno above something, but I think this is kind of what we're looking at. I gotta try this Crawtators again.
It's not the flavor's very small, but it's almost like the original one, but you have a little seasoning on it.
It's perfect.
Uh-huh.
Would you consider moving that to first?
No, I like the ranch one. Ranch one's really good.
I'm with you. I think the ranch does.
I think it's that mesquite. If that was just regular barbecue and ranch, it'd probably taste a lot better, but
either way, is there a chip here that you just wouldn't eat?
Probably these three.
You don't like those three?
No, not really, no. I really like, for me, I'd go for the Lay's one.
Yeah, Lay's has a way better.
So I'd go for Lay's barbecue over this one. Salt and vinegar I never touch. For all jalapeno, I'll just get the jalapeno kettle cooked Lay's.
Yeah, they are really good. They're better than that. Man.
But
I think all in all, these are delicious. I think the jalapeno wasn't bad, but there's just not enough flavor to it. Salt and vinegar is just, it's kind of one-dimensional when you try these other ones.
Uh-huh.
The mesquite has a funky Memphis-style barbecue that we're not used to.
Uh-huh.
So it was kind of, it's
Voodoo
not bad though.
Ketchup style, that one's good.
Voodoo's like a real vinegary, ketchupy flavor. It's good. But like, this is what they got famous for, the Voodoo. The regular.
It's almost like if you guys love, if you're from Canada.
Yeah.
There's all dressing chips.
Yeah.
Those
all
are
dressed,
really good.
Even ketchup chips too, they sell.
Uh-huh.
The regular, just having the chip itself, these guys know what they're doing, man. These are good.
It's a regular good old kettle cooked chip.
But these top two, bro, I might have to buy some of these off the fucking internet because spicy Cajun Crawtators is number 2.
Can you buy a big bag off the internet?
I don't. I'm gonna find out because this is delicious. I can't stop eating these. And this one, the barbecue ranch. Oh,
we should have Britt do her own ranking and see if she.
We do. We'll
take a picture and then we'll have her see what she.
We'll mix them back up. All right, that's it. You got anything else to add, man? Those are fucking good.
No, the Zaps.
Zaps, you know what you're doing.
You got something going. There's some flavors are kind of funky, but
you can get the sampler off Amazon. I think I got it for maybe $30, $25.
You get 2 bags of each.
2 bags of each one of these. The Voodoo, though, I bought a full bag from. You can get from your.
Hey Zaps, if you guys make some type of seasoned popcorn, I'll for sure buy that.
Brother, could you imagine the barbecue ranch or?
Just a dry seasoning on the popcorn. This one, the Cajun one on popcorn.
Man,
come on now.
I have an affinity towards this guy.
Brain blast.
What?
Next time I have popcorn, I'm going to put Old Bay seasoning on my popcorn.
I bought some Old Bay. I got some in the kitchen.
I see how that tastes. That might be good.
Yes. And we need to do these soon, too. These hot sauces I got.
I'm just afraid of that. Is it the Viper one I'm afraid of?
The Constrictor.
It's going to constrict my beehole.
All right, let's wrap this bitch up. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us. getting back in the studio, getting some zaps. I'm pumped up with these chips.
We
man.
promise we will have a video out next week.
Yeah.
My fault.
We'll get the GoPro.
I'm still drunk off of freaking NyQuil. Jeez. NyQuil's no joke.
Dude, it'll fuck you over, man. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Make sure you check us out on social media, Instagram, YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe. More videos are on the way. We were going to do the whole podcast live this week. Like I said, with the GoPro, we didn't have the GoPro. So look forward to that next week. Hit us up. Podcast is available anywhere you want. Almost all major platforms, and they are going on YouTube now. Get a hold of us. Let us know what you want to hear. This show is all for you guys. We appreciate you guys that are listening each week. Please keep telling your friends. Put it out there. And if you guys want to hear something, get a hold of us. Let us know on Instagram. Comment. Let us know what you want to hear. We'll do it. We're just doing whatever you guys want. We want to make the show all about the fans. Thanks for hanging with us. My name is Sean.
And I'm Zach.
Time to crack some beers, bro. Let's get this going.
Go skinny dipping.
Probably not. Have a good weekend, guys.